Hello my beautiful fur family, Kylie the Groomer with Patsy here. We've got little Sooty hanging out in there. Oh hi Sooty. This is the first time I've groomed both of these little critters. Patsy here has had a home haircut. It's pretty bad. It's a dodgy old haircut, so we're going to have a look at how we can fix this today. Home haircuts happen. Do you know what? The dog's not in discomfort, doesn't have hunks of matting hanging off of it, and although she's quite dirty, she hasn't got anything super gross going on. So, no, we don't judge home haircuts. If that's what you can do, then that's what you do. A dog that is comfortable is better than a dog that's not comfortable, one way or the other. They haven't done anything to hurt her. She's got no cuts or obvious damage or anything on her. They've just done what they could to get through until they could get a groom done for her. So that is what we're going to do today. I've run the bath and I'll see you guys over there. Okie dokie, we have one little Patsy. Oh, I'm trying to break myself. I've got Charlie hair everywhere. I've given it a quick clean off. There you go. Now, I haven't groomed Patsy before, so I can't say how she goes with grooming. Poodles can be pesky. You're okay, Robbie. Just a bath. Calm down. Hey, sit down. Do I have a wash? Okay, so she has had a home haircut, and that's totally fine. But I thought this would be a good opportunity to give some tips on if you are going to do a home haircut, how you can do better without necessarily being more skilled as such. The first and most important thing to know is that you're not going to get a good haircut if you don't have a clean coat to work with. So when we have matted dogs and we're just doing a straight shave down anyway, we'll take all the hair off, the bulk of the hair off, and then wash the dog, and then go back and do a second hair pass with the clippers. I don't know if you can see all that dirt over there, but she's very, very dirty. So and her dad gave her a haircut a couple of days ago because he didn't know that Mum had hooked her in. Well, that's what she said anyway. Which is totally fine. It's not the end of the world. I'd say she's on the older side, maybe 6 or 7. Not old, but older. Mature. She may have had some puppies before. She's got little boo-boos. And I don't think she's D-sex. I didn't see a D-sexing tattoo on it yet. But yeah, so my first tip, if you're going to do home haircuts, obviously as a groomer, I prefer people don't do home haircuts because my reasoning for it is purely a selfish reason. The dogs aren't properly trained for being at the groomers and how they're supposed to behave while they're being professionally groomed. They're used to running away or moving around or fighting the owner, who's just doing their best to get the hair off but not really training them for being groomed. So a lot of people who really, really take it seriously and learn and regularly maintain their dogs and set up, that's fine, that's different. You are doing a home groom, but you're also set up to do it. And while you might not do the most amazing groom, you're doing what needs to be done. So, and you get better. That's how we get better. We practice. But yeah, my reasoning for not loving home haircuts is just that. I prefer to have a dog who's trained from a puppy or a young age to tolerate grooming and not be stressed out. Or have, you know, undesirable behaviour while we're just trying to get our jobs done. But at the end of the day, like I said, I'm not ever going to judge somebody unless I don't use scissors, guys. Don't cut at the hair with scissors. You're very, very high risk of, you're at a very, very high risk of cutting the skin on the dog. And if you are going to do home haircuts, you will need a good set of clippers. You don't need the top of the range, but you do need a good set of clippers with the right blade. And then my number one tip is you need to be working with a clean coat. You will not get even a reasonable haircut at home if you don't wash the dog. So my next problem is going to be what length I can find to make this work. I don't know what blades they've used, stay there, or what lengths they've tried to cut the dog at. So I just have to kind of work it out. And there's not a lot left in some places for me to work with. So we just wing it and make it look as good as we can. But it's definitely a fixer-upper. I would say that she was somewhat matted, and that's why Dad gave her a haircut. I do find sometimes that people are embarrassed by the state of their dog, which I totally understand. And so they kind of try to cover it up and make it look as good as they can. Don't bother, guys. If anything, all you're doing is, if it comes out, and I'm not saying this is the case here, but if it comes out that your dog was really matted and you tried to cover it up by cutting those hunks of mats off, all you've done is just stress the dog out majorly, probably for hours and hours and hours, a day or two before they've got to go and have a professional groom. And by that time, they're just so over it and temperamental and reactive. So it really does just make it harder. Whereas when you get them to a professional groomer, we've got the right equipment to just zip all that hair off with our high quality clippers and get them cleaned up in a couple of hours and get them on their way without stressing them out too much. So don't feel like you've got to try and cover it up or be dishonest about it either. If you have a groomer that is really, really judging you, they're probably just not the right groomer for you. I know we all get mad and sad when we see dogs that are just straight up neglected, but at the same time, you know, we have, as groomers, I think we have a responsibility to educate and support people. So a lot of people just don't know what their dog needs, and a lot of people just can't afford what their dog needs, things like that. So I know this is not going to work for every business. I'm not saying that every business should be offering payment plans or free grooming or anything like that. Definitely not saying that, but there are people out there. There are agencies who offer some support for pets. There are businesses that offer payment plans or afterpay and similar options. And then there's people like myself that can sometimes offer a free groom. Just ring around and find somebody that can help you out before you get your doggy in too much of a pickle. And yeah, like I said, it's definitely not going to be the right choice for every groomer or every business. Some people are just out there making a living, getting their work done and going home, and that's totally, totally fine. That is what a job is supposed to be. And then other people are out there just full of passion and just wanting to do things a bit differently, and they work for the love of the job. And some people are in between. I'm in between. I'm not a wealthy or well-off person, so I need to make my income every week. I live week to week. I live paycheck to paycheck, absolutely. So I totally get that, that side of things. But then I have this opportunity where some people help me out through YouTube to cover the costs for some other people to have free grooming. So that, and I've had customers. I've also had customers around Christmas time that do it like a pay it forward. They're like, hey, I just want to pay for somebody else's groom, and they leave the money here. And when I see someone who really needs it, I can offer a free groom to them. So there's lots of times when things like that happen. Just ring around, see what you can do. Yeah, or as we see here, do what you got to do with a home haircut, but try and get some tips under your, or up your sleeves that will really help you to achieve that. I think I just rambled for a really long time, I'm sorry. Good girl. So I've washed her with de-shedding shampoo just to try and help loosen up her hair. And I've used some Wicked White to brighten her up, because I think that she's a fairly light colour, but she's got a fair bit of red dirt in her coat. And just my everyday pink to really get her clean. I do pretty much almost always mix my shampoos. Good girl. I'm just going to going to give her face a little bit of a scrub because I feel like her chin, I think it's probably just matted, but we can try and loosen up. I'm just going to use my Wicked White. I just bathed Jude last night and he behaved exactly the same way about having his face scrubbed. Good girl. I know, I'm so showy. Good girl. The ends of her ears are also got some tangles in there. So we obviously, I want to try and keep some hair on this face. So if I can clean it up, sorry, I don't want that in your eye. If I can clean it up and loosen up some of those tangles, that would be great. Come here, I want to rinse your eye out real quick. Better. Nice and bright. Good girl. Rabbit. Okay, sorry, I was on the phone, and I'll tell you all about it after I blow dry this doggy. I think she's a bit nervous about the blow dry. puppy dog. Oh, here you go. What a difference it makes. So we've got it all clean and dry, and now we can see that the coat is straight and standing up, and there's still a decent length on there, because when you cut the dirty coat, you're not able to get all the way through, and the hair's sitting at all different levels and layers, and you're kind of only just scooping along the top of it. So when you blow dry and everything's standing up like this, when you go across, it's all going to get cut to the same level, which is why you need to have a clean dog if you're going to give them a haircut. Okay, so I had to disappear for a quick second because I had to tell Dale the good news that I just got while I was on the phone. That was, oh honey, oh honey. The phone call was little Lady's mum, and we just found out that Jude and Lady are going to be puppy parents, which is very exciting. We're going to have puppies. So she had an ultrasound, and it looks like there's 2 puppies and maybe a third one hiding in there, which is just the best news because, well, this is the second mating that we've done. We knew the first one had a very low chance of succeeding because Jude was a bit young, but we wanted them to socialise and get to know each other and all that sort of fun stuff. But this one we were very confident should work, and success. All right, so I'm just trying to determine what length I think we'll need to use by seeing where the lowest hairs are using my comb. Well, that is too long. That's a 13 millimeter, and some of these hairs are unfortunately lower, but I think this one we should get away with because poodle coats just look so short with a 7 or a 5. This is my summer length for Jude, a 10 millimeter or a 3/8 inch. Or a number 3 blue comb. Now, as I said earlier, I haven't groomed her before. She's definitely like, what's going on? We can see all the different layers that this hair's been cut at, and again, that just comes down to working on a dirty coat and with poor quality clippers or scissors, and just not going in the direction. You really just want to go in the direction of the dog's coat. You want to try and follow the natural contours and lines to achieve the best cut. Now, she does definitely have matting in places, which will make this a little trickier for me. I forget. So I do need to be careful of that. Even though this is short, the comb can still hook into those mats. Her legs are going to be a bit of a funny story because some of this is cut so short. I don't know. Oh, I'm starting to think we might need to just do a shave down. Oh, goodness. What's going on there? Yeah. So the problem that I get stuck with is what I've got left to work with. And sometimes it's not enough. Turn around so you guys can see what I'm talking about. See this length here? Like this body I can work with, but if that's the lowest length on her legs, it kind of puts me in a pickle. She's got this interesting pattern here where the hair's been like picked up or matted and picked up and cut. Something like that, I don't know. Look out. Oh, that really sucks. I was hopeful that we'd be able to do a nice cut on her. But with those legs being so short, that's a real pickle, isn't it? It's a real pickle. Because that's a cute length on her. But no, we're going to have to drop down to a 5. Which is totally fine. So I think that those legs will still be too short for the 5, but it won't be as obvious, and if it is, I can use my scissors and try and just blend it a little bit. Hey, that's what we'll do. Stand up. She's a bit all over the place about this grooming. She's standing rather awkwardly for me to get across her. Poodles, toy poodles in particular, are such bony little critters. So my number 5 is 6.3 millimeters. So I've gone down half a centimeter, roughly, just about, just shy of. Stay there. Stand up. Stop. That's enough. Okay? No, that's enough. No. As I said earlier as well, I think she might have had a couple of pups because her nipples are quite enlarged, so I do need to be more cautious working around those with not seeing them so that I can go around them. And she is super uncertain of just letting me get the grooming done, so that's what this is the sort of behaviours I talk about when I say that the only reasons that I don't like home grooming is purely just down to the dog's behaviour here. She doesn't know that she needs to just stand still and be groomed. She's used to just doing what she wants, walking away when she has decided she's had enough, and that's really not ideal as far as grooming goes. I'm not holding her with any great force here either. She could totally move her head out of my hand anytime she wants. Okay, calm down. So I'm just going to work on reassuring her as we work our way around. Mum didn't give me any real direction as to what she wanted either, which is always a little bit tricky because there's two boats when it comes to toy poodles. Some people absolutely love a poodle, clean face and feet, and other people absolutely despise it. They hate it. And I kind of asked the question and she was just like, oh, just do whatever you think it works, and that makes it hard. So hopefully she genuinely doesn't care. Whatever I do, she's happy with. Stop. Some people, like myself, I don't like to give artistic direction to people because I think that it's, I think that art is something that comes out of you. It's not something that you can put in. Stop. Stop. I hope that makes sense. You know, when two people try to describe the same thing the way that they saw it, and they give two completely different descriptions, even though they're describing the exact same thing, like the same place or the same event, the way we remember things and then the way that we're able to report things is very unique and individual to each person. So yes, art, you can't tell somebody what to do. You can give them a direction like, I want a red box with pink spots, sure, but excuse me, you can't really tell them precisely exactly how you want it to be, where you want it. You can with measurements, okay, but if you're just giving somebody a simple direction like that without the rest of the information, they're not going to know exactly where you want your box and what hue of pink you want your spots and things like that. So that's what I mean. You can't put art in. It's something that comes out of people. And with dog grooming, we don't have tape measures and things like that to get everything exactly right. So yes, it makes it tricky. But you have to ask, you have to say what you want and at least make an attempt or show pictures of what you want. But don't be afraid to ask. Just so we know we're kind of on the same page with the basics. I know you don't like your legs being touched, do ya? Hey? Please don't get snappy at me. Little baldy spot there. Step forwards. Little nipples to work around. What was that? Okay, it was a yawn. I was like, she's going? I thought she'd come bite me. Good girl. Good girl. You're so pretty. Yes, come here. Up. Stay. Oh my, come here. Come here. That's enough. That's enough. Stop. 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 We're going to do this part here, okay? Stay. Up. No, that's enough. No, no. Nipples are such an inconvenience to work around. Stop. Stop. You're being silly. You're being silly. Stop that. Stop. Come here, pretty girl. Stop. Stop. Papa. She's losing patience with me a little bit. I can't blame her. You're more comfortable that way. Stop, 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 stop. Come on. Okie dokie. See if we can't tackle this cemetery area. Hey, you're gonna be a good girl for me. It's okay, it's okay. I don't know if you guys can quite see, but working around these little nipples is not easy at all. Come on, come on. Stop that, stop. Come here, you're okay. And she's unsure about it, which tells me that they've probably been picked up in a clipper before. Which would not surprise me one little bit. Because it's super easy done, unfortunately. Move your tail out the way. It's okay. You're just not enjoying this at all, are you? It's okay. That's just my hand. Can I lift this up? Please, come on. I'm just waiting for her to snap at me, you guys. I'm feeling it in the air. Stop. Stop. Come on, we're going to get this done. You have to just get on with it, Missy. Now, I've just got this new wall blade. I had a Schönbell 7Fs because the ones I normally get were out of stock and I had to get some new ones. But I hate them. I absolutely hate them. They feel really sharp on this edge, and I just don't like it. But this wall one is kind of sharp too, so, but I'll give it a go. The Schönbauer ones just don't seem to cut very well. Excuse me, that's enough. That's enough, that's enough. How am I going to give you a cute haircut if you're being a butthole? Huh? No. So I would normally go shorter and do this with a 10, but I don't want to give her like a shockingly clean face, if that's not what the owners are used to. But there's not enough here to do like a cute teddy face. With her behaviour, I don't know if we're going to get through it at all. Oh my. This is not ideal. Is it? Come here. Come on. You have to stop. We need to get your haircut done. Come on. That's enough. Enough. You be a good girl. No. Stop. That's enough. No. I'd have to say I am no expert when it comes to poodle haircuts, by the way. I got my toy poodle Jude about a year ago, roughly, so that I could practice, because it was something that I have an interest in. But, I mean, he only needs so many haircuts a year. So my practice is limited to however many haircuts my dog needs. I do have a couple of other little poodle clients, but most of them are in a teddy face and teddy feet, so it's not always easy to get the amount of practice that I need. But I don't list myself as being a specialist groomer, and I don't charge that like I'm a specialist groomer. For that reason, I've certainly got work to do, for sure. The reason why I'm doing the clean face, I think I said it before, is purely because there's not enough hair to do anything else with. We just need to clean it up and try and blend it all in at this point. Stop. Stop. Hey. Hey, that's enough. Patsie. Patsie. That's enough. Enough. We have to get this done. You need to calm down and stop being a gooseberry. Do you understand? Thank you. No. Get this side done. Patsie. Patsie. You're fine. Cut it out. You're doing little growlies. I don't like that. So calm down. Calm down. I really like to get cleaner lines here, but with her behaviour, it's not going to be as easy as I'd like. No. No. Calm down. Calm down. Good girl. Be a good girl for me. Good girl. Let me see. That's a little bit better than what you had. I'll use my scissors to clean up the corner of her eyes, but it's a little tidier than what she had. So we'll take it. Her legs, I'm going to put her in the sling for just because she's being a bit unpredictable with that. And so now pretty much I've got to work out what we're going to do with these ears and her little head. Her tail I'm going to have to shave off. That is matted, like felted to the skin. So she is going to have a nakey little tail, and there's not really much I can do about that, unfortunately. And it is going to look funny considering we're able to do a reasonable cut for the rest of her body. Oh well, that's a lesson learned for our owners, I guess. I suppose I could stand here and brush and brush and brush, but I'm not going to do that to this dog. That is for sure. Her ears, I'm just going to follow the line of her ear leather and hope that all the matting comes out with that line. Which it doesn't quite, but hopefully that's enough for me to be able to brush the rest. She does like this little growl, but I don't know if she's mad or if that's just her noise that she makes. Hard to read. What's your tongue, girl? Jeez, Louise. Okay, well, we're definitely starting to look better. She's certainly not sure of a brush, is she? Come here. A lot of people ask me why I don't use the head mount, like you see in Rose's Makeover and stuff like that. I'm a super short person, and it just doesn't work for me. It doesn't matter what I do, nothing I do with a head mount comes out very good. It's at some point you're just looking at nothing for the whole video, and because I can't see what's being recorded, I can't check because it's on my head, I can't check what I'm doing or what you're seeing. So I just have to kind of keep recording and hope for the best, and I've ruined so many good videos just simply because you can't see anything. And the only thing I can put it down to, because I've tried different sort of techniques and of positioning it and the angles and using wider lens type deals, and it's not good. It never comes out good. And the only thing I can put it down to is that I'm super short. And that's just, I'm not tall enough to give a good angle kind of deal. Excuse me. Hold it right there, young lady. Stop. Stop. Good golly. But in saying that, you guys, if I was just making the same content that someone else is making, it's not really authentic, is it? It's not me putting out what I want to put out into the world. I hope that makes sense. I'm quite happy with our content. It's not going to be for everyone. I say this all the time. I'm definitely never going to be everybody's cup of tea, you guys. I just do my best. Have fun every day. Enjoy my life. That's the best I can hope for. So because we had to go so short through the body, I've got to try and blend this head into that very short length. Blend the ears in. So we've got some big chunks missing here. There's not really anything I can do about that. Quit your wriggling, you little goose. You're doing a lot of moving, young lady. She is so unsure of everything. It's making it quite tricky. Come on. None of this should be scary to you. You're a poodle, for goodness sakes. This is like what you were made for. Being groomed and showed. I don't know if that's true, but that's, you know, that's what I think they're made for. Little show poos. Hey? You are missing so much hair that we need to do this. Alright, come here. Stop that. Stop that. So there's definitely not enough hair here to do like a really pronounced top knot. And possibly with these holes in it, not going to look very good, but it's worth a try. See what we can do for her. Let me see. Let me see. Sorry. Oh, let me see. Oh, you cute baby. Oh, I wish we had more hair to work with. Which is a big part of why you just leave it. Don't pack it at home. Just leave it. Let your groomer take care of it. a tricky trickster. Yes, you are. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Hey, stop that. You little goose. Stop it. This isn't how I would normally get my shape in, but because we're working around trying to blend out these holes, I've got to just kind of work around each little problem area. Stop, stop. So I could have just done a straight, clean shave all over for her head, but I definitely wanted to take a minute to make it look a little bit cuter. See if we couldn't fix it up a bit. It's definitely not quite a top knot, but it's cuter than a straight flat shaved head. Jude has a flat shaved head at the moment. I shaved his whole top knot off. Just to give him, sometimes in the summer it is best to just get everything off and start again. He's had so many hair colours, different hairstyles, and constantly changing it. I just wanted to have a clean, fresh start with him for the winter. And now that my first year of owning a toy poodle is over, and I've learnt lots of things, I've learnt that I need to grow him out in one style. You can change your dog's haircut every 5 minutes, but if you want it to look good, you need to grow it out for that particular style, and then maintain and continue developing the shape as you go. Otherwise, you just end up with a dog that's a bit to everything, and they look a bit funny. But as I said, Jude is a training aid for me. I got him because I wanted to learn how to groom poodles. And so he does get lots of haircuts. Let me see, pretty girl. Let me see. Hi. Oh, that's a bit cute. It's better than it was. I'll take it. Come here. Let me fix this eye up. Stop. You feel better? I know, sorry, nobody likes that. That is a heck of a lot better than what she had. I'm worried about doing her legs though. She's a bit moody. Oh, I've also run out of bin liners, I didn't know. One of my little fellas, Geordie, he comes and empties my bin every day for me. And he didn't tell me that he'd used the last bin liner. So of course I didn't buy more. I'm going to have to duck out today and get some. Okay, what's left? Is it pretty much just your legs and feet? I feel like that's it. Oh my kitty little aunt. Come here. There you go. Yeah. Oh, this poor tail. Your poor tail. I'll be back in a sec. I just looked at her before photo. Look at that. Okay, so we don't have enough to achieve like a full top knot, because this is not enough on top to stack, unfortunately. But we've got the basic shape there. It would be lovely if she came back and we could continue with that. I don't think that's going to happen, but you never know. You never know. Alright. Let's tackle the rest of you. Oh no, I'm sorry. So touchy about those legs. Oh, goodness me. It's okay, it's just your... That's your cat. That's your cat that's making that noise. Stop, you've got to calm down. She's so growly. And even though toy poodles are adorable, I've definitely been on the biting end of a toy poodle. And especially miniatures as well. Whoa. It is not fun, you guys. So this is what I was talking about with the behaviour. She is just not used to this environment and being told what to do for a groom. And she just wants to go do her own thing. She's decided she's had enough. She's ready to leave. She hasn't been properly conditioned to being groomed. And also her cat's distracting her. Come here. So, just because I don't want to be bitten today, because it's Thursday and tomorrow's Friday, and then it's the weekend, and I'm really looking forward to the weekend. Really looking forward to the weekend. I don't want to be spending my weekend with a sore finger. I already have a sore finger because I got a staple stuck in my finger when I was trying to fix a cord that was in a box, and I put my finger inside the box trying to pull the cord out, and a staple went in the side, and I pulled my finger out and cut that gouge in there, which has been very, very annoying for me the last couple of days. Hopefully it gets better soon. I'm still using my husband's zipper contraption. It's working very well. Okay, so I'll try with the 5 to get her tail off. Poor little rascal. It's quite matted. Nothing worth trying to save there. You're okay, little love. I don't like putting them in the sling. I procrastinate and do everything else because it really is taking away their choice. See that behaviour? I knew it. I knew it. I did. You're okay, darling. I'm just going to drop down to the 7 because that tip is badly matted on there. Sorry, my doorbell, I plugged it in again because I couldn't hear anybody ringing the doorbell yesterday. Oh, I gotta work that out, my doorbell. It's so annoying. Hey, 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 no, no, no. These things cost money, you know. They're not for chewing up. I know, I'm sorry. I'll try and just trim her booty while she's here, if she'll let me. So they are playful to a point. There's a point where they're just like, now I'm done. And I could just feel and sense her tension that she was just tolerating me. I'm very much aware that that would come to an end at some point. Usually the legs Like, Jude has been groomed every other week for a year, and he is still a total pain in the butt for having his front legs done. He just hates it. Which just annoys the crap out of me. Please, hey, that's not necessary, little chicken. Because I've done everything right. And some breeds of dogs just don't ever get any better at it. Which is annoying. Alright, what can you do? You win some, you lose some, right? Are you so mad? Can you guys see? I'm sorry, I didn't even look at what I was doing here. There you go. I shouldn't laugh. I'm sorry, darling. Look at this. What are you doing? She is not stuck. She's just put her head in that position, you guys. Are you being a little bit dramatic? There you go. Maybe she's just getting them out, ready to showcase what she can do with them. Don't scare the pants off of me. I'm jumpy. I'm real jumpy. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Hey, that's not going to help ya. Stop. That's not going to help. So I would say, given how short, do not. Her legs were cut down. I would say that they were pretty badly matted, and it's been an experience for everybody to cut those off at home. Which is why I don't understand why people do it. And all I can say is, hey, stop. All I can say is good luck to me getting the front legs done with this behaviour. Good luck to me. I would like to back brush everything and really tidy this coat up, but it's not going to happen for her. So, clean, tidy. That's the best we can do sometimes. Oh, I just cut my own finger. Why did I do that? Well, at least I didn't get bitten. The good news is my scissors are very sharp, so it makes a very, very clean cut, and it heals very quickly. They barely even bleed, unless you squeeze the guts out of them. So you know when people get cut and they're like, squish, look at all this blood? I'm one of those people. Traumatic. Oh, that's terrible, isn't it? Let me see. Let me see. It doesn't help that she's tucking everything in and there's no natural position to work with. I got myself good, you guys. I don't know if you can see what I mean. You can barely even see it, but the scissors are so sharp, it's cut through just one straight slice. Because I'm kind of fighting her on the direction that she's holding her feet in. That's what happens. You put your thumb somewhere you don't normally put it and then you cut it off. That's why I say I'm not a professional. Alright, darling. You've got hairs. I know. You'll be okay. Hi, good girl. Who's a good baby, huh? Who's a good girl? You're doing a great job. Yes, you are. Excuse me, my love. Let me get this done. Papa. You know I have to groom a cat next. The cat's not just here for emotional support. What have I done to myself? It's okay. It's okay. No, out the way, thank you. So the other thing with home grooming that becomes problematic is all the parts that you miss that continue to get worse. So for example, she's got really quite severe matting in her paw pads because a home groom you're not going to get right in generally. Somebody with no prior knowledge is not going to get into the paw pads and clean out all of this matting. And so it just gets worse. Hey, stop. Calm down. It just gets worse and worse and worse. And then when you finally get them to a groomer, it's a really, really big deal to get that out. It's a real pain in the butt. Hey, Smee. I'm having a hard time here.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I'm just trying to stop her from flipping her head everywhere like a bit of a maniac.
A letter for you.
Oh, thank you.
Guardian of Jordan.
Ah, that'll be finally his
ENT.
Yes, his ENT appointment. How's it going? Congratulations, you're a fur grandfather. So that's what's come out.
That's very cool.
Of her little paw pad. And as you just saw, she really did not enjoy that process.
Looks just like Jude.
So much like Jude, right?
Yeah.
But she's a little girl, which is exactly why we need a little girl toy poodle.
No. Cute, but kids are cute. We don't need any more of them.
We definitely don't need any more kids. Hey, guess what I did?
What'd you do?
I cut my finger.
Oh, really?
Just after I told everybody it's nearly the weekend and I don't want to be bitten. Yeah. I didn't want to be bitten because I didn't want to have a sore finger, but my scissors are so sharp. That's a really deep cut, but it's just not, do you know what I mean? Like it doesn't cause too much trauma to the area. Crazy. Hi, cutie Woody.
Well, better than cutting the dog's ear or anything like that.
Well, yeah. Oh, definitely better than cutting the dog. But she was just fighting me, like, pulling her legs around everywhere, and it was
Make sure she picks the toy too.
Yes. Hopefully she likes the toy. Charlie took his little toy home, and it was cute because it really did look like him.
Yeah.
You're okay. Just clean up a little bit more between these toes. Good girl. It's okay. You're okay. She's doing the best she can. It's a good girl. It's a good baby. Patsie, are you nearly finished so you can go have a rest? Yeah. Nearly done, Patsie Watsy. Stop. Good girl. The sling was a good choice for you. That's enough. I admire your strength and determination, I really do. I'm sorry. Go on. There you go. Okay, surprisingly calm for nails. Not complaining. Please don't make me cut my finger again. I went to a hairdresser once. Well, actually, I went to her a few times because I have 4 kids. And I don't normally get their hairs done all at the same time because I'm not rich, and haircuts are so expensive where we live. Because we live in the middle of nowhere, like there's a monopoly on pricing for things, and hairdressers are few and far between, so they can charge whatever they like. But every time I went there, she had bloody band-aids all over her fingers. Like she was just constantly cutting her fingers, and for the life of me, I don't understand how like hairdressers don't have moving targets. They just sit there and chill and get their hair done, right? What are you doing that you're cutting your finger like every other week? Oh no, every other day. One time she had like a band-aid on every single finger, and it blew my mind. I don't cut myself very often. And it's usually like when the moving target is trying to escape the country instead of just having their toes trimmed. That's usually when I cut my finger. So just get a grass seed right down in this paw pad. Otherwise, we're looking really good, my love. It's okay, it's okay. You know what? I have a headache today. I'm so tired. Excuse me, thank you. If you just let go of that. What are you doing hanging on to everything for dear life? There we go. Oh. Did you just make yourself heavier? Oh. You're okay. Good girl. Good girl. What a mess. That felt really not well secured. Okay, so I was on the phone twice. Twice. So inconvenient to be the only person in a business. One was a customer booking, and the other was YouTube related. I don't understand. So the YouTube related one is that someone else is using our content, and because I'm not a big knowledgeable person on YouTube, I don't know what that means. Hey, calm down, girl. Stop that. I don't really know what that means, so husband's looking into it for me. What I do know is I need to get a wriggle on. I need to get a wriggle on, Patsie Watsy. I've wasted enough time today. I've had so many customer calls today. I really struggle with the balance too between doing the work and finding the work. Sometimes I get really slack. If I'm super busy in the salon, I'm not actively answering messages and taking bookings, and then I reach a point where I'm like, oh, I've got no bookings. There's a really fine balance there that I have not mastered yet. I think a lot of people don't get that, like, I'm just a one-man kind of deal. Because normally if you call a business, you've got someone on reception, they handle bookings, you've got somebody who organises all the doggies, in some businesses there's a bather that washes and dries all the doggies, and then the groomer just clips the dogs at the end. And that's not me. That is not me. I gotta do everything. And all the bills, and the ordering, and the taxes. Oh. And as if you're a long time follower on this channel, you know me, I did not finish high school. I did go to TAFE and do some basic business courses before I started this little adventure, but I didn't finish it, again, because I think that maybe I'm like either on the spectrum somewhere, like around the autism Asperger spectrum, or just ADD, because I've never been, I cannot stay focused in a classroom, and I just really struggle to finish things that I start. I lose interest very quickly and move on to the next thing. Like work, physically working, earning money, fine, I'll work till the cows come home. But being in a classroom and trying to learn things, I have to learn on the job. If I learn on the job, it's not a worry. But to expect me to sit in a classroom and do pen and paper and essays and reports and things like that, I just can't do it. I really just cannot do it. I got a really fun and useful fact off of TikTok a while ago. I've been getting little things from TikTok about people with ADD and what they do to, like, combat some of the problems and struggles that they have. Excuse me, I would really appreciate if you didn't do that, okay? Because they're not even available anymore, they don't make them. So I can't replace it. So I need you not to chew a hole in it. Anyways, this really, really useful fact that, and I suppose it doesn't apply to everybody because even ADD and ADHD are a spectrum in themselves, but so I finish work and then I don't want to do anything else for the rest of the day, which is why I struggle with my housework and things like that, because like I've already done enough today, I don't want to do any more. But I used to go home, go inside, take my shoes off and sit down, and then that was it. I didn't want to do anything else. I saw this really fun little tip that said, don't take your shoes off until you've done everything you have to do for the day. Excuse me. No, thank you. Because taking your shoes off triggers your brain. Your battery. Okay, sorry, my battery died. And I forgot completely what we're talking about. Yeah, so I got this really cool tip that if you don't take your shoes off until you're done for the day, because taking your shoes off signals the brain that you're done and you don't have anything else to do, because you're taking your shoes off and you're relaxing for the rest of the day, right? So even though I'm wearing thongs this week, still my big toe is getting better. I had an ingrown toe, you guys, an ingrown toenail. Oh my goodness, it was horrific. I could not put my shoes on. It was so painful, but it's getting better, and next week I'll be wearing shoes again, like a normal person. But I keep my shoes on until I've done my chores that I have to get done and cook dinner and done like my load of washing or dishes or whatever else, and then I take my shoes off, and then I know that it's time to rest for the rest of the day. Hello.
Are you still recording?
Yeah, what's up? You want me to stop for a second?
No, I can keep going. This is about YouTube. I found out just now that you can auto-translate subtitles and text and everything like that to different languages. Yeah.
Don't ours already do that?
Why didn't I know that?
I don't know.
No, I've only been doing English. I didn't. I thought it was.
But we've had some
more difficult
international people say that they use the subtitles. I don't know. I don't know.
No, you can make it so that it automatically translates, and so that they can pick whatever language they want.
Yeah, right. Interesting.
So I can find out what the most popular languages are that our viewers.
Oh well, there you go. If you
speak, and then I can set it up so that it just automatically does it each time.
If you speak another language and
How
what
cool
I'm
is
saying doesn't make sense to you and you can't understand what I'm saying right now.
Well, you're Australian, so I don't know.
No one can understand me anyway.
It's even harder to understand.
No one
when
can
you say,
understand me anyway.
Oh, so I've done it now. They're like, what?
Oh, no, I say stuff it. I thought, stuff it.
Stuff it.
I'm going to do it.
Stuff it.
And I don't realise that so much of what I say gets lost in translation.
Yeah.
Which is funny to me. All right, Mischief. Come on, that's enough.
Yep. Actually, you know what's really weird? When I was a kid, like young,
Yes.
I thought English.
Hey, come stand over here and talk to our work.
I didn't realise that English was the language that we spoke. I thought English was like some foreign language.
From England.
I'm like, don't you even know English? Actually, no, I don't.
You're such a goober.
I didn't know. I, as a kid, I always thought English was like from another country.
Hey.
Anyway,
Stop.
that's it.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Bye.
You're a doofus.
Cool. Okay, dude.
Stop. That's enough. No. Did you steal my chippies?
You have cold cokes?
I do have cold cokes.
Oh. Anyone one of them?
Help yourself, buddy.
Yeah. Love you.
Love you too. Ay. That's enough, young lady. Why is this foot in particular setting you off? You've been uncomfortable with it, huh? Whoa. That's enough. That's enough. I don't know what that noise was then. It's the cat. Yeah. Okay. My husband just so cleverly interrupted us. I won't say rudely because it's good to know. If you need to translate your subtitles, we're going to make that happen now. Woohoo! What was I saying? Yeah. So I've started leaving my shoes on until I know I've done everything I needed to do. And it is like for real a thing. I can power on as long as I got my shoes on. Second I take my shoes off, no, I'm in sleep mode. And I do complain a lot. I mean, I am a complainer, but maybe you guys don't know, maybe you do. I have 4 youngish children. They're getting older. I run my own business. I was working a second job, but I have quit that job now because this is all taken off. I do recording for YouTube, specifically like these videos, but I also out of hours do what we call B-roll, so that we've got extra little snippets of footage of our family and stuff like that to give to you. I am responsible for a large household. I have to buy all the food, so I have to go grocery shopping and school shopping and prepare a lot of the meals, clean the house, keep my kids in line, all that sort of stuff, which lots of people do. And lots of people do it really, really well. And some people just survive, and I am in the middle. Sometimes I'm just surviving, and other times I'm doing really well. And sometimes I'm just not doing very well. And I think it's important to be real about that. Because let me tell you, I could post you an Instagram-worthy life. I could show you the best life in the world if I wanted to portray that. But that's not real. That doesn't exist. That does not exist. My washing pile is overgrown like an infestation to my laundry. My kitchen sometimes has stinky dishes. My fridge has food that's supposed to be thrown out and wasn't. My husband annoys me, even though I really love him. I don't always make the best choices as a parent. Sometimes I get a bit yelly and lose my shit a little bit. Oh, poop. Lose my poop a little bit. And sometimes I have to say sorry. And I always say sorry if I get a bit overreactive. Sometimes my kids earned it because they can be very naughty. I don't have perfect children either. They break things and destroy things and be destructive like this for no good reason. They make big messes and they don't clean up after themselves. And they can be a little bit entitled. They think that they're entitled to the best of everything, which they're not. Just sometimes life is just real. And sometimes you've got to keep your shoes on until you get through life. Then you can take your shoes off and have a break. And that's what that whole big story story was all about. If you struggle to get your jobs done after work, you guys, here's my pro tip. Don't take your shoes off until you're done. Thank you, TikTok, for educating me on that matter. It works for me. Really, really works for me. Oh, don't you be looking at me. Unless, of course, you're wearing thongs. Then you have a tendency to flip them off when you sit on the couch. Don't do that. Not wearing shoes is such an inconvenience. Sorry, flip-flops. I said thongs again. I can't wait till I'm wearing my normal shoes again so I don't ever say the word thongs again. On my stream. For anyone that doesn't know, thongs in Australia are flip-flops. Pretty much everywhere else in the world. Sandals. Stop chewing that, please. No. I put that there for your comfort, and you've been a big booty butt about it. It would be much easier to do this, by the way, if she was in a natural standing position. But, you know, you work with what you got. Okay, so pretty. I think she looks pretty good. I'll just check this sanitary areas if I can. Excuse me. Oh, no, you've really tucked your little lammy leg in there, haven't you? You were trying to make a run for it. Because there's just a little bit more matting that I'd like to get off here. I'm sorry. Don't scare me. But yeah, as I said, with those great big nipples sticking out everywhere, that can be really tricky to work around. Unfortunately. You just got to do the best you can with what you got. And she's definitely anxious about having her sanitary done. Let me get in there. That's better than it was. I'll take it. Alright, quick clean up. I am going to have to work so fast on your kitty cat friend. Now the cat is a short or like medium haired, very cute cat. I don't know cat breeds, to be honest. It's a really beautiful cat and Mum wants a haircut and I don't want to give it a haircut. Because it doesn't make sense to me. I really wouldn't give that cat a haircut. I'll make sure I record a little bit and show you guys what I mean. And then I'll show you the end. I'll just do a little snippet of the end. I won't record the whole groom because how many cat grooms do you guys want to see? I don't know. Tell me, do you guys want to see more cat grooms? I do them all the time, unfortunately. I really need to set myself up better for cat grooming because in the summertime I get so many. Every year the number of cats I groom grows more and more and more. So every year I'm like, yeah, I don't do that many cat grooms, and then I'm like, why am I doing so many cat grooms? There's another groomer that, so I charge $90 for a cat groom, and the way I see it is that covers me, you know, for medical if I get an injury. Sometimes I get them done real quick, sometimes they take that long, but I charge the same price regardless. If they're having a bath, if they're not having a bath, you know, cat grooming is dangerous. The injuries you can sustain during a cat groom, the price is the price, right? And it's $90. And there's somebody local that charges like $30 or $25 or something. So I have a lot of clients that like have been there and then come here. Obviously, yeah, you'll take the cheaper groom, right? And at first I was like, do I need to lower my prices? And then I was like, no. Oh, I smacked myself in the face with that. No, I didn't lower my prices. I stuck it out and what was that? Yeah, no, I groom a lot of cats. Okay, well, let's have a look at our finished little girl. She definitely looks better. Aw, that's super cute. So yes, she definitely looks better. There's some areas that I would like to have been able to tidy up a bit more, like these elbows and stuff, but you know, you work with what you've got. She's definitely not totally used to being groomed. The top knot's not really a top knot. Hi! But it's super cute. I think they'll be happy. All right, my beautiful little Patsie. Thank you so much for watching. Wherever you are and whatever you're doing, have a fantastic time of day. Love you all. We'll see you again soon. Bye!